Hi everybody, all my followers, welcome to another video. So the video today is on a 2007, I think, 2008 Audi Q7, and this is the 3-liter TDI, doesn't really matter. The problem this car came with is the following. I'm going to show you. I'm going to turn the key on. Actually, I'm going to start the car, and this is the problem. So the MMI, I'm not sure if this small screen is also called MMI. I believe it is, multimedia interface, but as you can see is off, and yes, I know there is a button here to turn the screen off, on and off. As you can see, it doesn't come on. Okay, nothing happens. Also, when you come down to the controls, you have on off here. Press it on or off, nothing happens. And you can see as well that there's no buttons illuminated. Usually there is always one of these buttons that is illuminated depending where you press. Like if I press radio, usually that comes red. As you can see, nothing happens. Media, nothing happens. Okay, now as I come down to here, I don't know if you're going to be able to feel it. Look at that. Look, there is signs of liquid been getting here, and this is the problem when you have the cup holder right behind. It's not very good design, but and as you can see, there is one button here. Let me see which one is. Oh look, you seen that? And this one, look at that. Oh, okay, it went down and it's stuck down now. It's stuck down there now. Have you seen how much I had to press to make it to move? Anyway, all this is off. I don't know if the fact that I had one in the past, a liquid damage as well. I don't think I ever done a video for that one, but I had one in the past with liquid damage, and but the screen was still working. Everything was working fine. Now here, perhaps the liquid damage was more extensive, and maybe I've shorted something that burned the fuse, and it knocked everything off. I'm not sure yet. I'm gonna have to investigate it a little bit further. It's not very good to be working on a car today with the door opens, looking for fuse and stuff, but I will see what I can do. Anyway, the first thing I'm gonna do is gonna be do a quick scan, see if there's anything in there, but I believe the system is completely off, and that's the reason why nothing illuminates here, there. I don't think that also works. No, it doesn't. Nothing here. I could try to put a CD really to see if it would pull the CD in and out. Let me see if there is any. No, not really. There's no like CD changer or DVD player or anything like that. It's a quite simple system, this one is. But yes, enough talking. Let's gonna connect the maxi Cs and see if there's anything there that that can start to take us in the right direction. Okay, and I've done a quick gateway scan rather than an auto scan. The gateway should have the information of every single ECU that is fitted on a car, and therefore it should know which ECUs to look for. So let's go on to the gateway to start with anyway, just to see what it tells us. There is some codes in there apparently. Okay, so we have optical data bus open circuit, airbag, brake module. Okay, those last two, they are passive. So we have data bus open circuit. Most likely this data bus optical circuit is because all this is off. So being off, obviously is not replicating the signal, and is telling me there's an open circuit. Doesn't necessarily mean we have a break on the optical data bus system. It's just in this case, at the moment, I believe it's just telling me there is an open circuit because the signal is not traveling all the way around but it's just because we have these modules here off. I'm not even sure where the optical runs to and from on these Audis, so I'm not too worried about that, but it's good to know that fault is in there. And let's gonna go to where would be my other battery, central electrics, no, central module, where would be something like it's no, there's nothing here for like we should have something like a radio system, or let me go bit by bit. Of brakes, gas, air conditioning, airbag, steering, dash, heater, gateway, ride control system, door, central module for the comfort, central electrics too. Right, this is quite interesting. So why I do not have something like media player position 1, digital radio, for example. I should have a radio. I do understand, obviously I'm not going to have communication because the system is off, but the gateway should know it should be there. That's why it's puzzling me a little bit. And it's not showing me here. Even if it would say no communications or something like that, it should tell me that. This is a little bit weird. Okay, so from this quick scan, to be fair with you, I don't even think I've loaded the right car. I was not too worried about it, special engine wise, but that won't make much of a difference. But from this quick scan, obviously the only thing is the gateway that tells me what it tells me. I don't think anything else is going to tell me much more. Let me see, for example, let's going to do a scan then just to see what else we have in here. High pressure sensor, doesn't really matter. On the air conditioning, preheater, the pumps, blah blah blah, heater unit locked, it doesn't really matter. Gateway, we know what's in there. Ride control system is working fine and there's no alarms, so probably just the same. Leak detected is all passive, doesn't really matter. I don't know if anyone has been working on this car before me. I don't think anyone did. It doesn't really matter. It's nothing really pointing. Battery regulation, there's nothing really pointing to the. Am I on the battery regulation? Yes, I was. There is so it might be a simple fuse, but even if the system is off because of a fuse, as you have seen from these buttons all sticky, and it's going to be a little bit more complicated than that. So but what this can actually tell us is obviously the only module is the gateway. That tells me there's an open circuit on the bus, on the optical bus system, which obviously it runs the multimedia system. So, well, I think I'm gonna start by the basics. Check fuses. I'm gonna have to remove this regardless. You know, it can't. It's not gonna work like this with this bus. This button is now coming. Oh, it's just coming up now, but it's all sticky and. Look, I can't leave the system like this, no chance. So we're gonna have to remove this regardless. But I'm gonna start with the basics, check fuse and all that stuff, and go from there really. Okay, so as you can see, I have started to dismantle a little bit of stuff, but nevertheless I've checked the fuses over there. There is a cover, that cover on the side of the dashboard. Take it off. There's some fuses over there, and you have some fuses over here as well. Both sides, everything is good. There's no missing fuses, and there's no fuse blown. That was the first thing. You have also some fuses right here underneath. They are all good. You have some fuses under the battery. Everything is good. From here, I've took this off as I said I would be doing, and straight away I think I found my issue, which at the moment I'm going to try to show you this. Let me try to place the camera so we can see. So this plug here is the plug that feeds my controller, this port here. Okay, and what I want to show you is I don't have the diagrams yet, but definitely one of these pins, as you can imagine, should have battery power, 12 volts or whatever. And what I'm going to show you is, so obviously how I'm going to do this is not very good here. Let me place this in another place. Just hold a second. Okay, I think like this will do. So what I want to show you is that I have, for example, my cigarette lighter plug. I do have 12 volts in here, as you can see in there. Okay, 12 volts. And here on my plug, at least one of these wires should have 12 volts. And what I'm going to show you is, I will go pin by pin, and you're going to see that there is not a single wire with 12 volts. You can see I'm going one by one. That is empty. It's empty. That's empty. It's empty. That one in there. That and that. And as you can see, I had no 12 volts on any of them. So to start with, I have a power supply issue, which I'm going to have to figure out where this power is supposed to come from. And I do strongly believe that this power that is missing here is going to be the same power that is supposed to feed the rest of this, all the rest of the system. But at the moment, I just don't know where it's come from. So I'm going to have to perhaps try to get hold of some diagrams, or just see if there's any more fuse boxes on this. That could be, you know, that could be causing this issue. But yeah, at the moment I have a power problem. Once we have that resolved, then we'll go from there. But yeah, there is a power issue somewhere. We're gonna have to try to find it out. Hey guys, and it's getting dark, but I found the problem. I don't know how good it's gonna come on camera now, but this fuse is gone. And this fuse, my friends, is the one behind the radio. This CD player, unfortunately, someone has been putting the wrong tool in here, and this side here, as you can see, is all good. This side was broken. Sorry, it was broken. The lock plate, it was broken. So I had to force the fascia to come out, and then had to, obviously with a screwdriver, take it off. Unfortunately, it was the only way. I have a replacement fuse here to put on, and see what happens now. When I put this fuse, I don't know what's going to happen, because I don't know. I'm going to put the fuse just with the radio and the screen connected. I'm going to leave that disconnected, because if that had water damage, the chances were that when that happened, it might shorted something, and obviously it would burn the fuse. So we're going to put the fuse and see what happened. I would love to do this live with you guys watching, Just hold a second. Okay, so we're going to replace this fuse. So I have here, I don't know if you can see, I have optics coming, but obviously because the radio was not coming on. Okay, I know I don't have the control panel connected, but we're gonna have a go. Let's see what happened. Oh, come on. It's really short, this thing here. It's gonna connect the optics as well. Okay. Oh, there we go. Can you see that, my friends? Look at that. And we have music already. So that was the fuse that was gone. Whew. Now let's go to connect this controller. Hopefully, just curiosity. Let's gonna see if we do have 12 volts now. If I find the thing. See if I had 12 volts on the wire, on any plug in there, on any pin. Although I do strongly believe I know which pin would have the 12 volts. Just let me do something here. Let's connect the ground here. So, oh come on, something like that. I strongly believe my pin is gonna be this red one here. That goes into the plug, which is the second one here. Let's gonna see if it is. Second one on this side. Let's gonna see if I have 12 volts now. And look at that. So my panel is gonna light up now. I just don't know if it's not gonna burn the fuse. So let's gonna plug in and see what happens. The other way. I want to do this with you guys looking at it because I want you to see. Come on, hold on a second. I want you to see the lot. I want you to see the screen. And now I want you to see when I plug this in. I'm gonna have to open this controller because it's there we go. And my controller is dead. Let me turn the ignition on. Yeah, my controller is absolutely dead. There's no yeah, my controller is completely dead. Yeah, which means I'm gonna open it, give it a clean, see what happens, but it's not looking good. It's not looking good, and I might gonna have to get another controller for this. But let's kind of have a look at it, see what happens. At least we know what the problem is. So was that fuse over there? It's just my controller now, really. Let's gonna take this to the back to the workshop. Let's open it, give it a good clean, see if there's anything that we can see in there that can be repaired, see if we can get it to work, and go from there. I'll mention this now. In the past, I had one like this that I ended up water damage as well, or liquid damage. I ended up by replacing the whole thing because although I managed to get all the buttons to work again, some of these back LEDs, not just the illumination ones, but these ones here as well, some of them they were gone, and I could not find the right color or the right LEDs. So I ended up by actually just replace the board. But for now, yes, that's what we're going to do. We're going to open it and see what we can do. And guys, I've just started to take things into bits, and I just want to show you this. Well, you can see there already, but look at that. It definitely had liquid damage, and it's what looks like Coca-Cola, maybe some sort of fizzy drink, sort of. So it's gonna need a good clean indeed. but let's kind of carry on opening this to see further what the damage is. And here it is. It's a substantial damage, as you can see. I don't know if we're gonna ever get this running again, but we're gonna give you a clean. That's what I always do. This side is not too bad, the underside obviously, but the side where the buttons are, which is obviously the side that would get the spillage, is not very good. We're gonna give it a good clean and go from there. Hey guys, and I just want to show you that after a quick cleaning, as you can see, I have some of the LEDs already working, but unfortunately, and I know it's dark, unfortunately the board is absolutely irresponsive. Nothing works, no buttons, all the buttons are gone. During inspection, I actually found this is a multi-layer board, and some of these little holes that pass from one side to the other, and obviously they connect to the multi-layers underneath. Some of them, they are absolutely corroded, and they connect into the multi-layers and stuff like that. So unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to fix this, or even if was a chance of, the time I'm going to lose try to do anything with this, compared with the price that I'm gonna probably pay for a second-hand one, it doesn't really worth. So I'm just gonna get another one, and we're gonna replace it. I'm not 100% sure if this actually controller belongs to this car, because there's a navigation buttons in there and all that stuff. I know sometimes the controllers and this sort of stuff comes with the buttons, even if the function is not there. However, I think on these MMI systems, they have different buttons depending on the system, so I'm not really sure if it belongs to here. I'm going to try to research, see which controller should be here, and I'll try to get the right controller. But yeah, that's what it is, guys. I'm not going to waste more time with this. We're just going to get another controller. Okay, and this is the following day. I've literally just finished ordering the new PCB board. I've connected the Maxi Cs. I do now obviously have communications with the modules. I still need to put that facing in there properly, but I'm gonna wait for the board to make sure everything is working fine. But I can already see that everything is working, because although from yesterday to today the illumination is a little bit temperamental, I think I could just reflow some of the areas that are really bad. I can really see they are corroded, some of these solder points. But as I said yesterday, some of these, I don't know if you can see, like that one. That one is not so bad, that little hole in there, but some of them, they are actually corroded that much that I think that one in there, for example, you can see the end of it. So if this is connecting to a layer underneath, that's not the other side, and that's corroded all the way, it's gonna lose contact and it's not gonna work. Saying that, everything is now working. I'm gonna show you that I can navigate through, let's say, if I do this, I'm not gonna be able to show you both, but as you can see, I go back to the menu. I can go radio, I'm on radio. I can go CD. I can go, I don't have the thing in there, but I think that's names or something like that. Phone is not available. Then on the other side, navigation is not available. Then I think this is info. Then I have the car, and I have setup, I think it is. There we go. So all the buttons are pretty much now working, except this button here in the corner. So as you see, if it says time in there, the one on the top left, if I press time, nothing happens. I don't know if you can hear the click. All the other ones, so the display works, sound works, settings works, but not the time. So it might be that just a quick solder would resolve my issue. My problem is the illumination still. But as I said, I don't want to waste too much time, because I don't know if I'm going to be able to see these LED in there. Let me focus the phone, see if I can focus the LED. You see the LED is burned, it's completely gone. The other one on the other side is also gone. And there's more LEDs here that I've seen. Oh, that one is gone. No, that one no. There's more LEDs here that I strongly believe they are gone. Nevertheless, I'm gonna still take the board back there to the shed. Just test. You see, sometimes it comes on, sometimes it flickers. So but even if I repair this board, you know, the chance I would fail again. And I know for a fact the guy that brought me this car, he prefers to pay a little bit more and get things done properly. So which is good, which is how things should be done. Anyway, I've ordered a new board. Board is on the way. So hopefully when I get the board, will be just put the board on the case. I'm gonna have to clean everything, get rid of that slimy sugar, whatever that is, clean everything, put everything back together, and then hopefully we'll have everything working. But as you can see, it's already kind of working. So this was my issue. I think I'm going to take this opportunity here. Sooner or later I'll be doing it, but I'll take it now just to say that it's a lesson learned. Someone familiar with these systems, I think the only bit I've wasted the only place where I've wasted some time was underneath there. Was no need to get into there, but I didn't check the circuits, to be fair. So we've checked the basics, fuses. I've checked underneath there. I've wasted about 10 minutes. Was no need of that. At some point I thought about that would be a fuse behind the radio. That's why I want to take it out. And indeed that was my problem. I believe that fuse was burned when that was put in there, and it shorted something obviously, and it burned the fuse. In the meantime it dried out, and obviously it's not burning the fuse anymore, so the short is gone. So yeah, someone will a little bit more familiar with this probably would do this a little bit. I mean, would go straight to there. To be fair with you, and I had to take all that off. As you can see, it was a nightmare to take the radio off, because that one was good, but that one was broken, and I could not slide the radio out. I had to take this front off in order to then be able to move the plate. The plate is here, as you're gonna see, and it's broken, look. And it was not me that broken it, it was already broken. So it was not easy to take it out. But yeah, it's removed now, and let's just gonna wait for the new board to put everything back on. And guess what this is? Haha, my new board. Yesterday I've been here cleaning all this. All the sticky buttons, if you do remember, was this one here in the corner, which is absolutely fine now. Okay, so I've cleaned everything, dismantled the buttons, cleaned everything, cleaned all the parts, all the Coca-Cola, whatever that was, that sticky stuff. So everything is, as you can see in there, everything is absolutely cleaned. And the next thing is put that one. Okay, and this is my new baby. There we go. As you can see, it's exactly the same as the original, pretty much. And we're going to put it in place. So that goes in there. Oops, just dropped the button. There it is. Okay, so the board goes in here. Okay. hold on. There's a shield, rubber shield. Forgot that. That goes in here. And now this on top. Oh yeah, lovely. Now we're gonna put the button. And we're gonna put the label back on. And I think that's it. We are ready to go. We are ready to go and try this, and then I will finish the assembly. Okay, and look at this. Now, one thing that I forgot to mention while I was in the shed is there is some bolts to put behind. Don't forget that, or some screws. Don't forget those. But yes, it's working. Look at this. So, car, everything is working fine. Radio, if you remember, that top left hand side corner didn't work. Now it does work fine. So it was just the button on the older board. So as you can see, everything is working fine. Look at that. All the buttons, all the illumination. Everything is working absolutely spot on. As you can see. Everything's working. So with just a bad board, we're gonna now finish to assemble this, and I think that's it. That's gonna be the end of this video. I'm just gonna scan the car and clear any codes, but yeah, problem solved. Guys, nothing else to say really. Just hope there's some information on this video that can be useful for you. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you do have any questions, any comments, put them below. And like always, thanks for watching.